Hi. All right, so this is my super, super ultra glamorous week 5 wrap up of my CrossFit journey. Coming to you live from my pillow. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. I am exhausted. I am in pain. I don't want to say that I'm happy it's almost over because I might be a little bit sad about that. But I'm now being forced in a direction where I have to decide, do I do this at home and commit, or do I go ahead and sign back up at the gym and continue to feel like a tortured soul? And I'm the only one doing that. No one else does that. That's me. It's all on me. But yeah, I have some decisions to make. And, the biggest obstacle I'm facing right now is the amount of pain that I am in because of my rheumatoid. All curled up in bed, heater on, heating pad on, and this awesome look. Fabulous. My fingers have reached a brutal all-time high in pain. I don't think I've ever been in this much pain. Literally. Maybe in the beginning of this thing about 10 years ago, but I'm suffering. And I'm living on Advil liquid gels and turmeric with curcumin and anything I can put in my system that doesn't add to inflammation, which is pretty much all the whole foods and as much water as I can drink. Yeah, anybody who goes through this, what I'm talking about. It's brutal. It's brutal. I really thought, a week or two ago I was at my breaking point and I tried to quit, over a week ago I tried to walk out of this program and I can't do it. I have no intention of doing it. It's time, it's go time. It's time for me to figure out what the next step is. And, what other fun stuff oh, yeah. So Friday I go to class, and actually Thursday I was in the middle of my ADD cleaning spree because Andrew was coming home from the Air Force for a visit for 2 weeks, and had to get the place ready, had to get things done, and it was hustle time, and vertigo kicked in. It's not something entirely new for me. I just forget about it because, it's one of those things that just happens. It's kind of like having an asthma attack. It kind of just sneaks up on you. And kind of let it go. And, I was trying to ignore it. And then it was getting really, really bad. And, at some point it finally passed. And then I went to get in the car on Friday morning and it was awful. I was just kicking back in again. I'm like, really? Can I get a break? Like, do I have to go to class and explain to them I have something else wrong with me? This is just ridiculous. I am falling apart. And so, I get to class and I'm sitting on the bench and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to work out. I'm going to stay. I'm going to take it all in and I'll go home and figure it out, and replay it, at home. And my trainer, God bless him, he gets me. He knows me. And he goes, we're going to work on weights. And I was like, oh, God, I don't want to miss that. And so I gave it a good try. There were a couple of moments here and there where I felt like this is not going to work. And, it's kind of kicking in again. And it passed. It did great. And the last probably 5 minutes of my workout, my sciatica popped. I was working hard. I was in the process of working on sit-ups, and I was in that home stretch, and I really only had a few more to do. And then all of a sudden it was pow, bang. And I'm like, oh, what did I do? Now I'm laying on the floor, my head's spinning from the vertigo, which I'm not talking about because, I got enough going on and this is like such a mess. And now I'm trying to stretch and good God. And, oh, well. I'm all excited because we're going into, this is the last week where, a few hours I'll be back at the gym, and I think they're going to pour the sauce on extra thick. It is, it's go time. This is their time. This is the time they throw it at you and say, this is it. And this is when I look at, I look at the instructor for 9 a.m. and I go, do you really want me to bring this to your class? I feel like an old broken fart. I just feel like an old fart. It amazes me, like, because now I'm sitting here and I'm recording this and I'm looking at my face and going, my God, you look different. You look so different. And that's where the thrill comes in. That's where the, that inner voice comes in, that inner monologue that says you can't quit. You have to keep doing this. You have to keep doing this. You look younger now. You look younger now than you have looked in years. Okay, I'm in. Sign me up. I'll bring my broken bones and my broken whatever that is, vertigo thing, and just take it all to class. Got it. It's go time. It's work time. The journey has been something else. It really has. I've marked a favorite date of workouts. I've met some amazing girls, really amazing girls. Like, we have this one gal in class that she's a force to be reckoned with. And, she was the one who told me how to stretch after I pulled my sciatica out. And, I've got, just lovely, lovely women. And, people you really want to cheer and you really want to root for. And they root for me, which I couldn't ask for more. I really couldn't. We're all going to be standing there on Friday getting our measurements done. And we're all going to be, excited about, the results. And then it's, what do you do? Do you continue? Do you start over? Where do you go? What do you do? The ride is brutal for me because I didn't pick a facility that was close to home. It's actually all the way, on the other side. I got to go to Tom's River and I got to go close to, it's practically in Manchester, and I live in Forked River. So now I'm driving all the way there. I drive all the way home. And then when I have to work, I have to drive all the way back and all the way home. And CrossFit happens to fall on my work days. And I'm exhausted. Like, I come home and I shower and then I'm ready for bed. I'm not energized. I'm tired. It's hard and grueling. And, I have to get to work and drag my butt around for a while and then wait for the second wind to kick in. And it does. It always does. But, you questioned it. How do I do this? Why do I do this? Why do I keep doing this? Why? This is why. It looks completely different. It feels completely different. The clothes are coming out of your closet and going into bags for Goodwill. And, of course they are. I share it. I share my joy. I share my pain. I share my insanity. You guys, for some reason, dig it. And I thank you for that. So that's it. That's week 5. Week 5 is in the books. And here we go, week 6. I'm gonna try, and I say try, I'm gonna try and update you right after my class on Friday. I found it harder to do that on my work days because I get out of there and I gotta fly home. I gotta get in the shower. I gotta get ready for work. I gotta go back to work. I drive back again. But I'm gonna try. I want to try and catch that mood at that time, and get that right out there. So a few more days, and there we are. I will talk to you then. Good night.